I'm Sister Helen Colley, and I am doing this in response to the class that has asked for a few memories. I was born in the middle of World War II in 1942, so I'm 70 years old. I grew up in the 40s and all through the 50s in the work of the Lord. I was born in the work of the Lord. I was part of the family of President J.M. Hammond. I was one of his daughters, his oldest daughters. I was very happy in my home life. I lived in Short Creek for 6 years with the people down here, with Dad's family and with the people. And then we moved north with a number of other of the families here from Short Creek in 1948, and we lived there for 12 years until Colorado City and Short Creek was opened up again to the settlement of the people from the north to begin to build up this community, referring to Colorado City. The roots of our family life was in the fullness of the gospel. Dad had 5 wives during those years, and we all lived together. At one time, he had 2 homes, but he kept his family in the same home. We lived together as all the mothers and all the kids, and that's what life was like. The mothers were the mothers, and the kids were the kids. Dad was home a great deal during those years, so he was a hands-on father. He was strict, and we learned obedience. We didn't feel deprived. We thought we had a happy life. We had good food. It was simple. We had a plain home. It was simple, but it was clean. We had good mothers. They taught us to be obedient, to do what was right. They taught us the songs of Zion. And one of our chief entertainments was to hear the mothers play and sing around the piano at night, and then the kids had their time too, that we learned how to sing the songs of Zion. A lot of the primary songs, and most of these things, all of these things came from the church, as it was called, and our parents had come out of the church, and all those things at one time had been practiced by people full in the faith of the gospel, so they carried a wonderful message of faith and hope and charity and doctrine. We have many memories of the time of our childhood spent in the 40s and 50s out in the Davis County area, close to the Centerville area where the Woolies lived. Our family friends were the Dockstaters and the Burnhams and the Woodruff Steed family, the Fishers, and we remember when Brother Dockstader came home out of prison. I remember how shocked I was because I didn't recognize him, and yet I'd known him by sight very well when I was younger. He'd been gone a year and a half, and he had been aged, and he was sick. After a year and a half in prison, he was never the same again. But he was full in the faith, and he supported the priesthood 100%. His family lived about a mile from us up in the Davis County area for a period of time, and then all of us moved out of that area after the raid of 1953 and moved into Salt Lake City. We went to the schools of the Gentile Church, the public schools in the state of Utah, when Dad moved his family out of Old Short Creek in 48. So his children of that time attended the public schools. The brethren believed in a good education, for a good simple education for their young. They had had some bad experience with university educations, but later on that was much improved because we've had many young men and women who have been able to take useful things out of the university education and bring them into the work and apply them and use it to build up the kingdom. We have had a lot of good experiences with the building up of this place, which came, one of the primary tools of that next to the teachings of the priesthood was an education for the people that has brought them up out of a condition that has been in abject poverty and lowliness of life to a decent, respectable lifestyle. To build up the work of the Lord and the people, not for any other reason.
Okay. Okay, we'll stop that one.